There, that might be better. Alright, so I've been holding this off because I forgot how to do it for a while, and I've been way too busy lately. So I'm just gonna start it here with the fling tutorial. So, flinging is very easy. You want to have at least a fishing rod or any weapon. Not all weapons or tools are great for it, but I like using the fishing rod the most, and it's probably the most consistently safe and fast to fling around with normally. Now, the vanity and the weapon you use is somewhat important. The vanity not so much as the weapons are. Like this hat and these boots, I don't recommend using them to fling around with unless you know the advanced techniques. Like, by advanced technique, I mean that they function differently with flings. These will slow you down, while this will make you take flight. It's not recommended. Do not use certain weapons unless they are... Well, you can try what you like, but let's say Contra Magic Blade. If you try to fling around with this without using jump boots, it's not pretty. It's not something you want to do unless you have jump boots on. And to get this whole thing started, you want to unequip any tool from your toolbar and then equip it again. Hold out your parasol. Any button works that initiates a GUI or holding the Alt key. Now, I did that by accident, but basically, do it again. Hold the Alt key, and you want to fall flat. I'm gonna make sure I have the Contra Magic Blade used this time. But fall flat, release it, and then you can just slide. That's why the jump boots make Contra Magic Blade stable for whatever reason. And that whatever reason is because using these actually adds gravity. Now I'm going to demonstrate by unequipping the boots, and I'm going to use the Funky Driftlander special mid-air. So that looks normal. And so does the drift. I can press any manner of keys. But if I equip the boots and do the special mid-air, I'm going down. I'll do it again. I'm going to aim the camera up. Nothing changes. And now I'm going to, just like before, I've been pressing my keys during the drift. It's a bit hard to get this to work, but you can actually kind of... there's a way to make the Funky Driftlander just keep you standing still, and you can get constant DPS using these the boots here. It's really handy. But since this is a fling tutorial and I just want to keep it basic, I'm going to change a blade out for the fishing rod. I'm not going to equip any of these, and from this point your vanity does not matter. The only thing it will do currently is add slightly extra weight to your character, meaning you might not go as fast as no vanity at all. Oh, I do look like a beetroot. I love it. But you might go slightly fast with nothing on at all, but it doesn't matter because you don't want to go crazy fast anyway. Crazy fast results in you getting kicked from the server, and you have to rejoin constantly. You might have saw before how I was teleporting back during the fling when I used the Contra Magic Blade without having any of these two in the vanity. And that's because the game tries to teleport you back to where you were when it thinks you exceeded the speed limit. So I'm going to start a fling again. You can use anything, any of the menus on the bottom left. even the radio, you can see like you're tilting a bit. I'm stopping it before it happens. But the way to get the parasol going like this is either you do the equip glitch, you do the equip bug that I was showing before, or you can join a server and it will be automatically ready. So long as you're touching the ground, you can hold it out and it'll let you do it, or you can die in game and respawn, and it also sets that the same way. So you can still do this even as once you respawn. So long as you haven't jumped while holding the parasol. I think it kind of figures itself out after like a minute. So you don't want to wait too long unless you don't care. So I'm going to do it again. Alt key. I'm going to let myself fall flat on like my face, my stomach, whatever, torso, whatever you want to call the front of the character, or back even. So long as you fall flat and your axis isn't matching the ground, you're good. So then I'm gonna equip the fishing rod after letting go of the alt key. So fall, let go of alt, equip the fishing rod, and then it slides. You have to make sure to release alt before pressing the key, because otherwise it will take a screenshot. And then it won't unequip your item. But that's fine, because look at the distance you get out of this. All you gotta do is that, and you can turn your camera. Now you're going a little fast on occasion. You go a little bit too fast. And for that, when you're doing it, you can just unequip, not unequip, stop holding the item out. Like if you're holding it, you could just stop holding it and you'll slow down. And you can still kind of drift with it. And if you really feel like it, and you're just kind of bored, you can just stop holding it and hold it again, because why not? The more you equip an item during the building of speed, the faster you can go. But not with this pull. It depends on the item, but it doesn't depend on... Oh, hello there. It's just... Sorry for the people. I love man. That's my cat lock key. That was my... That was my capital lock key. Just to explain that. This isn't gonna be edited or anything. Yeah. So there's that. Then I know I said I'd keep it as bare bones, but I'm not making another one of these unless it's gonna be the super detailed one. I have got to get back into testing every equipment in the game for. So I'll just do a couple basic flings using the fishing pole. Again, any fishing pole. You don't need to use the captain's. You can use any. So theoretically, you could start flinging yourself in the game for what is it, 500 gold on that? So 250,500 gold, or 100 gold or something. It's 250,000 for this, and the fishing rod you start with, you can fling with, so you don't have to spend any money on it. For that cheap price, you could do it efficiently. You buy this, you spend, I think, 5,000, 1,000, something like that, and then you can fly. Essentially fly. I'll show you. As this is fun. Doesn't look like much unless you do it the right way. So I gotta mention, any incline at all, any incline, this hill, just a little bump, this tiny little hill here might even affect you. I can't quite see it, but you can kind of see its little warp there. I don't know. I'm a little nasally, but whoopsies. But look at this. That's flight. That's just flight. How do I find this out? Oh, I don't know. I tried to make a rice field worker vanity. I tried to make a guy look Chinese, whatever. It happened when I found that out when I was trying to make a Chinese outfit with a rice hat, but the closest thing to the rice hat was the yellow angler's hat, and I didn't have the beige one, so I had to use the yellow. And I'm flinging around like normal because I'm still testing this whole thing out, and I start going up, and I'm like, what the hell? It stopped me from doing anything. I think it's funny, but again, same method. You do the equip thing. You hold the Alt key or any other. I prefer Alt because you can choose it. You can see everything. You don't have a GUI blocking your way. But I mean, you can do it whatever. Any of them work just fine. I don't know if you want to use the options. Look at that. You can't see anything. You can't see anything. Who opens this? What we got? Nah, we need more of these. Somebody make more, please. It'd be really cool. So there's that. I want to let you know, you should make sure you have a Funky Driftlander or the Advanced Rapier if you want to stop yourself from being flung. Let's say you go too fast and you need to stop yourself before you get kicked from the server because you've exceeded the speed limit and the game has failed to place you back where it thinks you exceeded the limit 3 times. That will get you kicked from the server. But if you use like Funkies or Advanced Rapier, actually I can go get that now. It will put you back where you were. Now this fling is very handy. Although, I guess very handy doesn't mean anything when you can storm boost. I mean, storm boosting is awesome, don't get me wrong. But I find this more fun. So I mean, I could just take myself right over here. And look at that, I'm already at the house. I'm basically at the house. Spent 2 seconds at the door. Oh, I'm thinking I'm playing a different game with the menu again. There's a game I've been playing, the Pilgrim game, with the event now. I'm gonna press Q dash. So I use this as my weapons house, and I have every weapon in the game. I've tested every weapon in the game with the normal type of flinging. So not using a hat, not using the boots. Again, this is the only hat, like Angler's hats. All the color varieties do the same thing. And the hats sold by the Magician Gnome at the Gnome School. Those 2 red and blue hats affect you. Same goes with the pants. The red and blue pants actually affect you. You can use these in unison, but it doesn't affect fling. It just makes it harder to be flung. But when you do get flung by an enemy, you die. You get sent to the void and you likely die. You do not go up. You don't go forwards. You just go down. It weighs you down way too much. If you use jump boots and the red wizard robe bottom sold by the Gnome School person, the old man, you can infinite Funky Driftland and stand still at the same time doing crazy DPS. And all you have to do is press the W key or not. I don't know, whatever is up to you. So, oh actually, let me swap this out. So this door also, these 2 towers, the white one and the black one, they also can fling you if you open the door. So you hold out your tool you want as you leave, equip it again. No, Nah, it's a little slow. Sometimes it does it. Like, I can walk back in. I can hold this here. I can fling it out. And then hold this. And I just, well, you get the gist. You'll figure it out. So, if I'm gonna fling myself over here, and I don't want to fly, I don't want to go crazy fast, but I want to stop myself, I can do that. So I hold out the fishing rod, and I didn't do it in time. I did most of the flinging stuff with the stopping, using Funky, and also in the air. You don't need, if you're doing grounded flings like this, if you're flinging yourself on the ground, you don't really need to stop yourself, and most people who are going to be doing this already have Funky. You don't really need this. But if you're doing a fling like this, and I'm going to go up this hill willingly, I'm going to use... bad timing. Look at that, it's me over there. I hope that didn't end the recording. That doesn't look like it did, though. Let me do a better example. Funky is more reliable when it comes to stopping a fling. You can use a special instantly versus waiting for the weapon to load in. Because Funky Driftlander loads in extremely fast. For whatever reason. Oh, hello. Just put that there. Let's try that again. It'll stop you, but you can keep going if it's not at the end of the fling. Again, so I'm gonna just do it. You can hold out a tool too, it doesn't matter, so long as you're not holding the parasol out. Well, not the most reliable. I think it's great though, I do like it. I enjoy it a lot. It's also a sword. If you want to use a melee build, you could do this. Because melee builds don't carry Funky, but who carries this anyway? I think it's nice. So I'll get straight to the meat of it now. You saw how I did this. This functions differently with each weapon, so fishing rod's not the greatest with it. But it still does it. You can still fling upwards with the fishing rod. And it's actually still pretty good with it. I wouldn't say it's the greatest. There are better things. Frontier Greatsword, I'm talking to you. I have a tier list somewhere, and I don't remember where it is. I'll post it in the description or something, or put it just as a thumbnail. Why not? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, but now I'll get into flinging with the jump boots. So as jump boots are, they reduce your weight. Increase your weight. My bad. They're heavy. They're a heavy item. So fishing rod will not do any good. Won't fling you well. It'll just be slow. But if you hold out something fast, let's say this, which is very fast. The boots are heavy. They weigh you down. You can drift. You can turn. You can't just drift. You can turn. You can pick wherever you want to go. Now, you don't need to use Contra Magic Blade. I just like it the most. It's one of the best for it. You could use, maybe not the handgun. It's not the greatest, but you can use Star Gun. Star Gun's pretty good. It's just a little buggy looking. But this whole thing is pretty buggy, so what's the point? Why stop there? Keep the fun going. And if you hold Alt while using it, you can do some funny things. Same goes with, like, well, not every weapon has a funny interaction with Alt, but some of them do. Like this one, you just kind of fall. But since Star Gun's animation pulls you forwards, you're going into the ground, you're on an offset. I mean, I'm on a hill right now, but normally you're standing and your feet are hanging off. But if you hold Star Gun, you're flat. That's a hill. So all you have to do is start it, hold out Star Gun. So I'm gonna show another thing of what happens when you teach somebody how to do this. I've shown a good maybe 20 people, 25 people in public servers how to do this, and it always looks the same. I'm gonna show just how to fling yourself normally. Nothing special. So this is how it. I probably don't want to do it. Meh, I don't care. So I'm not gonna use any of the van. I'm not gonna use this vanity. I'm gonna go as normal. And let's do it over here since it's more empty. I could do it. I could. No, Topple Hill's too far. Right here. So when I show people, they always do one thing. You're supposed to swap weapons after releasing Alt. That's a common problem. They have Parasol out. I haven't shown you what happens when you fling a Parasol. So I tell them to release Alt and then swap a weapon to anything else other than Parasol. Because if you hold Parasol out the whole time, that could happen. Now, I just lost my dungeon candies and everything else. Whoopsie-doos. Whoopsie-doo. So, I have to go buy, my hat again and my boots again. So, if you're gonna do it, I highly recommend you, don't hold out Parasol. Again, I've been jumping around for a bit. If I go back down here real quick before I buy the boots, it might let me just do it, and I'm gonna hold Parasol out, because why not? Ooh, night shift. So, make sure to swap your weapon after letting go of the Alt key. Otherwise, that will be you. I know it's so late into the video I'm showing it, but you'll probably find out what happens, and I think it's quite funny. So I'm just gonna do a quick overview once I purchase these items again, and not showing the one where I die. So, I know this video is weird, but it's because I don't want to type everything out, and that's boring. I have a voice, I could use it. Oh, he's selling it, lucky me. To go over it once again, I'm going to go back to the place I show everybody, which would be Topple Hill, outside the gate. That little area there, outside the gate right about here-ish. Okay. So, just to fling normally. Unequip something. I'm just doing that as easy as close there, as close here usually. And I equip it. Hold the Parasol. Realize I'm not using something for this style of flinging. This will kill me. This could kill me. This will kill me. Because all three of these go fast. So I need to use something slow. Now I can use the fishing rod. Also, you can actually control the speed of this. I know I'm doing an overview, but you can control the speed at which you fling. By the longer that you have the Parasol out, the faster you will go. So if I have it out just a short time, you can go slow. You can also equip a different tool or hold Parasol out again to gain more speed, which I probably should have shown as well. I'm going to try it again here. I'm going to do a slow fling, hold Parasol, and then fishing rod again. And I got a nice burst of speed there. So, back to it. You can do a normal fling just like that. I missed. I'm ashamed. And then you can fling by using a hat on a slope. You don't need to use a slope, by the way. You can fling perfectly fine on flat ground. It just, and if you bump into anything, you might get sent flying. Please use Slinky with this. Oh, I need that hat back. It matches my vanity. And then you can fling again with the boots. And I'm gonna use Funky Driftlander for it because I can. But you can do that. Oh, that was a bad one. I use Star Gun. Nah, Contra Magic Blade looks nicer. There's also another type. Oh, there's a bug on my screen. Okay, that's weird. I thought that was in game. Whoopsies. You can like fully control where you go with Contra Magic Blade with flinging. It's really cool. There's another type of fling, but it's really hard to do, and every time I've done it, I've just gotten like kicked from the server. Like I exceed the speed limit. You can slingshot yourself. You can actually like. There's a mosquito down here. Come on, get out. Oh, you know what? He's kind of dumb. I'll just. There we go. He's pretty dumb. I just pushed him on my screen. Get off my screen, little man. I'm gonna wash my hands. Hold on. Stay clean. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, slingshotting. It's difficult. You need to have an angler's cap for it, and you need to get kinda lucky. You also need to use Funky Driftlander for it. So you need to fling yourself, use Spunky's special, and then equip the parasol after that. And you can go absolutely flying, not just with parasol, but you pick the direction. If you can land where Funky takes you, you can slingshot yourself from somewhere high and travel the whole frontier in one thing while flying with parasol, but you go too fast. If there was a way to slow myself down, I would have done it by now. It's very difficult, though. I went across the... Hello. I've gone across the pits once before. Using this. It was very, very fun. Oop. Edge. No, I'm gonna try it again real fast. Oh, I got kicked. Yep. But you can see the potential on it. It's something that's work in progress. And by work in progress, I mean I haven't done it since January. But that's pretty much all I got. I know I might be doing it a little fast. And I know on my channel I have some clips of using Dragon Lance and whatnot. Believe me, every tool has its own, like, unique thing. I have 2 tier lists. I don't remember what I named them. I just know I posted them somewhere in the Discord server. Oh, hello. Yeah, no, that's kinda it. So just make sure that you play it safe. And to end this off, I guess I'll check if Magic Box is being sold. Oh yeah, this is what I meant. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. I'm holding the S key. Let go. Hold the W key. Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? I might even be able to go back. And jumping. That is peak. That is peak. Look at that DPS you can get off this. Constant DPS. Fox moves for a bit. Imagine getting so much CPS off of something. You could totally do like a ranged nuke build. Then use the hat and use boots and fan mode. Look at that. Sure, it's not like it's not easy sometimes, but it happens. Of course, it still only works with infinite stamina. That's right. Let's see if we're selling Fox headdress. It's probably not. It's pretty cool. No, it would be pretty cool though. Also, you can use capes and whatnot. It's very fun. Anyway, yeah, that's all I have for you guys. You'll see this hopefully today. I told somebody I'd make the tutorial after months and months and months and months of time. So, yeah, have at it. Please, have fun. Yeah, bye.